the fire and the whisper of today. There's a scene in the Bible where a prophet is utterly burnt out. His name is Elijah. He's not just tired, he's done. After calling down fire from heaven, facing off with corrupt leaders, and literally outrunning a chariot, Elijah flees to a mountain and cries out to God, "I have had enough, Lord." You ever felt that way? We're living in a world where everyone has a platform. Every crisis demands attention, and every hour brings a new headline, alert, or opinion. And in the middle of all that, we're desperate to hear from God. We want clarity, peace, answers, direction, just like Elijah. So God invites him to a quiet place. The text says, "A great and powerful wind tore through the mountains, but the Lord was not in the wind. Then came an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. Then came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper." 1 Kings 19:11-12. In modern language, the earthquake was the viral trend. The wind was the politics. The fire was the crisis. The whisper was Jesus. In our culture, we are addicted to the fire. Breaking news, hot takes, Instagram reels, 15-second sound bites. Everyone's saying something, but who's actually listening? Even in church spaces, we often assume God is speaking when there's a big conference, a powerful sermon, or a loud worship moment. But what if He's waiting for the quiet? Let me tell you about Emma. She's a worship leader in a growing church. Every Sunday, lights flash, guitars roar, and people worship. It's beautiful, but somewhere in the mix, Emma started feeling distant from God, from peace, from herself. One Monday morning, she turned everything off. No music, no phone, no Spotify playlists with lo-fi quiet time beats. She sat in silence. At first, it felt awkward, then uncomfortable. Then God spoke. Not in words, but in a knowing. "I've been here the whole time. I missed you." She cried, and in that moment, she heard what weeks of noise hadn't revealed. She didn't need to perform to hear God. She just needed to pause. Over and over, we see Jesus slip away. Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Luke 5:16. Why? He was the Son of God. But he knew something we forget. Stillness doesn't hinder connection, it deepens it. What if the reason we're not hearing from God is not because He's not speaking, but because the frequency is too gentle for our current volume? God is not always in the fire. He's often in the whisper. And the whisper only comes when the world gets quiet. Comment questions. What noise in your life do you think might be drowning out God's voice? When was the last time you intentionally unplugged and sat in silence? How do you think God speaks today, and what could it look like to create space for Him to do it? P.S. Next episode, The Cracked Jar, Why God Uses the Wounded to Carry His Light. In a culture obsessed with perfection and filters, we'll talk about how Jesus shines best through the broken pieces we try to hide. If today's story nudged you to turn the volume down, breathe deeper, and create a quiet corner for God, this was for you. Like this if you're tired of the noise and ready for the whisper. Share it with someone who's overwhelmed and searching for peace. And subscribe for more modern reflections on timeless truths from Jesus. Because the God who calmed storms still speaks in silence. The question is, will we be quiet enough to hear Him?